I played as a outsider very fast because I had to play against the block, and so I learned a lot of skills to do block out because I had only this chance. He know everything about everything. If you want to speak about music, if you want to speak politics, history, geography, volleyball, football, art, everything. In all the sector, he know everything.
So pizza is not good in Poland? Or pasta?
No. This is Maradona of the volleyball, as I watch, because she is another level completely from the other sector. There is a big difference.
Hello, coach. Big thanks for joining my podcast. It's a great pleasure that you find the time despite your national team duties.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Nice to meet you. I am here with the Slovakia national team. We start from 1 week and we prepare the Golden League and also the World Championship in Thailand.
You don't feel tired after the club season?
No, with the volleyball is my passion. So every time is a pleasure to work with the volleyball, and also because the Slovakia is nice and good national team, so I can improve and I want to improve, and we can work together with the staff and building a good season, summer season.
When I was preparing for this podcast, I was wondering, because you were born in Pisa, but you spent a lot of time in Verona. So can we consider you as a guy from Pisa or a guy from Verona?
Both. Because I lived half my life in Pisa and half my life in Verona. But in Verona, I changed the city for playing in Verona in young team from A1 club. And then I played also in A1 in Italy, in Verona. And then after 2 seasons, I started to work as an assistant coach and coach in young team. Yes.
So how could you describe yourself as a player? Because you have a chance to play at the top level, Serie A level. So it's not like you were a amateur player. So how you were as a player? Would you describe your playing style?
I'm not tall, so I had to play smart, and I played smart. Block out very fast, very quick, and T. Block out fast and T. And I played also as a libero in A1 because I am not tall, and so I had a good platform for a good bagger. And I played as an outsider very fast because I had to play against the block. And so I learned a lot of skills to do block out because I had only this chance to score a point, in particular from high ball, from exclamative. And I try to learn this also at my player who won't play fast and he's not tall. I try during the season to learn these skills. It's not easy, but we have to do a lot of repetition.
When I checked the squad from the team you played in A1 in Verona, there was Michał Łasko, I think, Massimo Colacci, I think Parodi, Bontient. You were coached by Alberto Giuliani, who worked also in Poland.
In Poland, yes.
So, how you remember that time?
It's like a dream. It was in the beginning. It was like a dream, and also now I remember this time like a dream because it's, from the beginning of my career like a player was my dream, and I realized my dream, and I was very happy. And now I start to do assistant coach and work as a coach. Because my goal was arriving A1 in Italy. Because as a player, I played very few times in A1. I started every time from the bench. It was not my level. And so in my mind was this target, arriving as coach in A1. In Italy or another country, it doesn't matter, because I won't stay in A1 in the higher level. And so I realized this dream also as a coach, and now I have to build step by step all my career.
And it was easy for you to stop playing volleyball at young age?
Yes, because in my mind I had this goal: arrive as a coach in A1, because I saw that as a player I couldn't arrive, stay in the starting six in A1, and for me it was not enough. So I started immediately to work hard as a assistant and also head coach a young team, and then I did step by step all the steps from low level in Italy, A2 in Italy, A1 in Conegliano, assistant coach, and then also Casalmaggiore, and then I come back in Casalmaggiore as a head coach.
And why you choose to work with women?
I don't know. I started. The first opportunity. They give me one women club, and I start with the women for this. And then every year I did one step more, from low level, medium level, high level, and so was not reason to change.
And from what I know, you start your career like at the bottom, like from Serie A. That's right?
Yes. As a coach?
Yes.
Yes. I told you, I start from low level because the first chance they give me like this team.
And how was like to coach at this lower level when you are not only a coach but also a manager and also a physical coach? You're doing all duties because you don't have a budget. You are a mature team.
Yeah, but in the beginning it was like funny job in the beginning also for me. Okay, I had this idea to arrive, but the first season was like funny job, and we won the Liga. We won the under 18 Liga in Verona for sure, and we won the Serie D. So we promoted in Serie C. And we did a good job with a good player for this level. And also now I am in contact with this player. So I had a really nice moment.
And when I look at your career, you have a chance to work with good coaches as an assistant coach, because in Casalmaggiore we work with Marco Gaspari, in Conegliano with Daniele Santarelli. There was also Julio Velasco in Busto. And also Giuliani, as we said, when you were a player. But who teach you the most about the coaching? Who from these coaches I named was like your the best teacher?
No, for everyone I took something. All my skills that I have now arrive from all my coaches. Also from Lorenzetti, because I had Lorenzetti short time in Verona. I've been lucky in my life. I learned from very good coaches when as a player, because I had Giuliani, Lorenzetti, and Zanini, who work also in Poland. No?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, and as a coach, I work with Gaspari, Santarelli, Velasco, Beltrami in Verona. So from all these amazing coaches, I learned a lot of things, some things, and now I try to put together and try to do my idea of volleyball for sure.
And what was the biggest challenge you had to face when you became a coach at the pro level?
In the high level, you had to work half job arrive from the mind, for the mind job. Because when you are in A1, all the players know how to play a volleyball. Okay. But the secret is how to explain, how to convince, how to, when you are in the match, the more tactic and mind job. This is the difference between the young team, that you have to work more with the technique. When you arrive in the one, all the players know how to play volleyball, but the secret is here.
So like you had to be a good psychologist also.
Yeah, for sure. Half job is like this, for sure. In particular with the women.
Yeah, and from what, okay, because you didn't have a chance to coach men, but what are the biggest difference between the work with women and work with men from your like experience, from your point of view?
Last summer I worked with the Cuba national team as an assistant coach, and like Velasco say, it's not my word, but it's Velasco say that the big difference is that with the women you have to work more with the mind. You have to say one more time bravo than the men, and the women don't won't do the mistake. They don't try the most difficult things because they don't want to show the mistake. And the men is different because they won't show that they are the best. They are better than the opponent, so they try everything for sure this. The women is important that they all the team do the good job, but without take a lot of risk.
I remember when years ago I spoke with Alessandro Capini, and we were talking about, this mental side of working with women, and Ale said to me that at the practice, when you order like the women players, to do like 10 repetition or 10 attacks, and when she made 9 out of 10 good and 1 only bad, if you point this one mistake, she will think that she is bad because you don't focus about this 9 good attempts, but only you focusing about this 1 bad attempt, that the woman remembering more these mistakes. Do you agree with that?
I told you, the women don't want to show her mistake. Okay, because this is their mind is a problem. The men doesn't matter. They try another time. They try. And the other things that, like Ale say, that the women, if you say, okay, you have to stay 10 minutes against the wall and work with a lot of repetition, they will do without problem. The men, after free time, they start to play football with the feet, and they will try to do some attack against the wall.
And do you think the fact that you had the chance to play volleyball and you had the chance to, experience like the volleyball at the top level helps you right now when you are the coach? That this playing career is like the benefit bonus for your coaching career?
My previous experience as a coach, as a player?
Yes. Do you think this player experience is helping you right now when you are a coach?
Yes, I think yes, for sure, because also from the player, I took a lot of things, in particular in Conegliano, and also when I work in the Casalmaggiore as a head coach. Every day I took something from this player, like Monica De Gennaro, example, every day work before the practice and after the practice work against the wall. The best libero in the world. Work individual work every day before and after the practice. She stay alone against the wall and she tried to do a lot of repetition, and this is a simple example, but the simple thing that the best libero want to improve every day for become the better libero.
And tell me about your time in Conegliano, because it was a time when Conegliano was like going for this record of, winning games. And I remember just before 2021 Champions League final in Verona, just few days, I have like long interview with Daniele. We talked for like over almost 2 hours. So I was surprised that he, had the time, but it's interesting thing that he said about that season, that for him it was easier to play against this teams from the top of the table than from the bottom, because he said, these teams from the bottom of the table, they know that, okay, they will lose. So they play like, okay, they nothing to lose. And sometimes it was, harder to win against them than this team like from the second, third, fourth position. And from your experience, how you remember that season and what makes this team so dominant?
We had the best player in each position. So it was very easy because Gonu was the best season for her, and Włoszech still now the best setter in the world. Monica De Gennaro still now is the best libero, and also we had the Cruyff in the middle blocker, and in four Kimberly, one of the best outside hitter in the volleyball world, and also Miriam Silla. And when you have this player, it's very easy. It's very easy because they know in each moment what they have to do. They know because they are talent. And also for me, was the season after the COVID. So yes, in the gym, we had no supporter because was not supporter in the hall. And from this season, from Daniele Santarelli and from each player, I learned a lot of things, like tactic, the mentality of the attitude, the mentality, how I had to work as a coach, as a team, how the player arrive in the match with the mind, because until the morning practice was everything was normal, but then when start the game, everything changed in the mind. Also, you can see that the Egonu eyes change completely. So this player had something inside that. I don't know, because they changed completely from the practice to the game. There's one click on the mind, the face, the eyes. You can see different people.
And how was like to work with Daniele? How he is as not only as a coach but also as a co-worker, as a colleague outside the training practice? Yes,
he gave a lot of responsibility to all the staff. So for me, this was very important. Learn these kids, because also in Italy and also here in Poland, I try to give this the same to my staff. For me, it's important this because also the staff had to listen this confidence, and they had to learn. They have to improve. Okay, they have to improve, and for me the best skill from Santarelli is how he work in the mind with the player, and also with the staff. For me, this is the secret in particular for Daniela, because.
And what about Joasia Wołosz? How was how you remember work with her?
It's like play with Maradona for me. It was a dream. It was a dream. It's the Maradona of the volleyball, as I was, because she is another level completely from the other setter. There is a big difference, and she's like Maradona in the volleyball for sure. And she know in each moment what she had to do. About the tactic, she read her player in which moment she can set, when is better, give the rest from 2 or 3 ball, and I think that also is the secret, because the setter had to be the important player for the team, and Włoszech had this, that's for sure.
And how hard was to change team from the team that winning everything like Conegliano to be a head coach in Casalmaggiore who wasn't like as strong as Conegliano. Because I suppose after the season in Conegliano, you could forget how it's like to lose a game.
Yes, for sure. But I know I couldn't start from Conegliano and work with this kind of player. So for me, I come back from in the normal level because I know what it was a dream, was an amazing level, and I start to put all my information that I learned in last 5 years, also from A2 and 1, Conegliano. I try to took what I had to need for this player. So I think that also the secret from each coaches is understand what the player needs, and every time we had to change because every time we had different player and every time we had to do different practice, different communication because each player is different. So also this is difficult for the coach because every season you have different player, you have to change your skill, you have to change your practice, your idea, and you have to understand which team do you have in front of you, and you have to organize this.
And it wasn't hard for you to go back from coaching in Serie A1 to Serie A2 to Vicenza?
But Vicenza was only short time, only 1 month. Only 1 month I work in Vicenza. They call me in the last month for safety category, and that's it. I work only 1 month, and then the season after I work in Busto Arsizio as a sport director with Velasco.
And tell me about this job in Busto, because you wasn't assistant coach, you was like the sport director. I think even still today, like the sport director position isn't much popular when you compare in volleyball, when you compare to, for example, to football or to basketball, and especially also in women volleyball, because usually, like, okay, with some exception, but usually like women volleyball is poorer than men volleyball when it comes to the budget. So how could you describe this job of sport director and your job in Busto?
For me, it was time to learn different things from as a coach, and I accepted for 2 things. In particular, because the head coach was Velasco, and so I accepted for stay with Velasco and try to learn everything from him. Okay, doesn't matter as a sport director, assistant coach, take the ball, doesn't matter. But for me, was a dream work with Velasco. The president proposed me this job as a sport director. I was surprised about it because I had no experience in this job, but like I told you, the volleyball is my passion, so I accept this because I think that this kind of rule, this position, improved me a lot because I opened my mind also in other sector of volleyball, and I understood how to speak with the manager. I understood how to speak with the big sponsor. I understood how to speak with the media, and I saw all the job that there is behind the team. And now that in Poland, I spoke with a lot of managers, and I understood how to speak with this manager.
And
yes.
What makes Julio Velasco so special, so great? Because, okay, in Italy, people remember him from the 90s, this famous Generazione di Fenomeni team that won the silver, were so close to, win everything in volleyball. Then, like, after, almost 30 years later, he won this gold that Italy was craving so much. And yes, tell me about how he's like to work with him.
I think that the real phenomenon is Velasco, not the player. because he know everything about everything. If you want to speak about music, if you want to speak politics, history, geography, volleyball, football, art, everything. In all the sector, he know everything. And he study a lot. And about the volleyball, for sure, like I told you, he's very strong here, how to speak and the communication with the player. And about technique and tactic, he put a lot of focus in the technique in particular, that in A1, not all the coaches work with the technique. And and he wants simple things, not a lot of things, but simple things. And in this, he believe a lot. And also, he tried to transmit this kind of mentality at the player. Simple things, but in this situation, we have to be perfect. In another situation, we can't risk something. But in every situation, all the player know what I have to do, because he is playing everything, all the rules in each situation of volleyball. But he would maximum free rules in each position. Set out, he put 2 rules, and broken defense, not 5, 6, 7, because he know that the player during the game they forgot. During the game, but he puts 2 or 3 rules, and this we have to be perfect. And the other secret is how he speak with the player, how also with the staff. For me, is a specialist of the communication.
I heard the story, I don't know if it's true, that at the end of the 90s, when Pep Guardiola came to Italy, he was taking inspiration from Velasco.
Yes, he told me that it was true.
And did you expect that he will have such a good results with Italian national team? Because he had also the help of the 2 great managers like Bernardi and Barbolini as an assistant coach. But he came to this team after, but the qualification tournament, after this tension between the Mazzanti and other players. So he had the big job to do, not only on the court, but also off the court, with just, making a good connection with all the players, all the stars. So do you think, when you remember the beginning of his work and his first months, at that time, did you believe that, this team with him can win a gold medal in Paris?
Yes, for me, I say this at everyone. I say that was the perfect person to work as a head coach in Italy, because he's the boss and everyone do what he decides. And he put 3 rules. Everyone had to respect the staff, the player. No one say nothing, because in these 3 rules, he won this. And other things outside this, we can speak, we can decide together. But in these rules, everyone had to do like this. There is no chance to change. And in this moment, the national team needed this, because it was after a lot of confusion, rules, change position, everyone say something, the coach, the player, he arrived, he put the rules, I am the boss, I decide everything, and follow me, and for sure we arrive in the switches, for sure, and was like this.
And also, in Busto, you had a chance to work with another Polish player, Dominika Sobolska. I know that she was injured, but I have a chance to visit her during that season, so I was at the 1 game at Busto that season. Also, I want to ask you about your opinion about her.
Yes, I choose directly as a sport director Sobolska, And unfortunately she played very few matches because she had injuries.
Yes.
Yes, and also this season I saw that she had some injuries. She played not all the season, but she can stay in the one and play. She can stay and play in one in Italy for sure. Fortunately, she had this problem. Maybe I didn't remember the calf. I don't remember, but she was she started to play in the first matches in Busto, and she's very nice player, that atmosphere and experienced player for sure. And in the Busto she helped a lot in the locker room, and when she had the injuries she helped a lot each player. Yes.
And tell me, what happened that the guy that spent entire life in Italy landed in Poland? I mean, how this offer came out? What was story behind you accepting the offer from the Pałac Bydgoszcz?
Because the president of Bydgoszcz contact me in the end of January, and she asked me if I would accept this challenge, because they remind only 4 matches, and we had need win 2 for stay in the Liga. And I think a lot about before to come here in Poland. But for me, it was the chance to come back as a head coach.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I had this also because Velasco from December she stopped him contract in Busto because he became a head coach in national team. So, like I told you, I stay in the Busto 90% for Velasco. But in my mind, I had to come back as a head coach. And then when in Poland the level is very good, so when one team called me, I chat without problem. Yes.
And did you speak with somebody about the club, about the offer? Did you looking for opinion about the club from your friends? Or?
In the beginning, no, because when the president Makowski called me, in 5 hours we find we close the deal. Yes.
And what you knew about the Polish volleyball before you signed the contract?
Sorry?
What you knew about Polish volleyball before you came to Bydgoszcz? What were your knowledge about the Polish volleyball before you signed the contract?
Sincerely, I didn't know nothing, but very, very few things because I stay every season in Italy. Yeah. And for me, everything was new. In particular, I learn all the surname, because completely different from Italy. And this is the most difficult things. About the volleyball is not. My volleyball is the same all the world. Change very few things.
And what was the most surprising thing about the Polish volleyball? What surprised you when you became a coach in Poland?
Yeah, the first thing about the attitude of the player. Everyone respect the coach. Everyone respect the other player, and also the level, because the level is good. It's okay. It's a little bit far from Italy, but very close. Okay, and we here in Poland we can put only 3 foreign players. Maybe with one more, we are close to Italy level, because in Italy we can put 4 in the courts, and Poland only 3. And so the level of the volleyball and how the player respects the staff.
At the beginning, when you joined the club, it was like a short time because it was the end of the regular season. You were fighting to stay in the league, but the next season, the last year, you had the chance to spend entire season like to be part of the team, like also to build the player, to sign the players, and it was hard to convince players to join Bydgoszcz.
No, because we took 2 or 3 foreign players, Dortmund, Milan the opposite, and the second setter. And so in particular for Dortmund was easy job because her club finished the season in August. She was without job, without club, and she accepted immediately our offer. And for the next season, the same. We took 2 foreign players, one from Greece, one from French, only 2. This season we had only 2, but the Poland level is immediately behind Italy. So the other player who want to improve checked immediately because it's one of the best league in the world.
And what are your opinion about these top clubs in Poland, about the Rzeszów, Łódź, Bielsko? Because you know that for many years, almost every year, Rzeszów plays against Corneliano in Champions League, and almost every time they lose 0-3. Sometimes last year they won 1 set, but you know they have like bigger budget, better players, also the great coaches. Because I don't know if you know, but the Italian managers, coaches generally in Polish league have a good opinion, because generally when Italian coach coming to Poland is like, oh, he is Italian, so he has to be a good coach, because we have like the Chiappini, Cuccarini, there was Vettori, now Lavarini. Look at the job Lavarini is doing. And I don't want to name also the men coaches like Anastasi, De Giorgi, Gardini, Giuliani, because we can talk about but generally what are your opinion about this, like the top clubs, and generally about the level of the Tauron Liga?
Yes, and the first 3, they have bigger budget than the other one, and for sure they have better player. And then when you play in Champions League, Can Conegliano, every team in the world goes 3-0. So this is not we can compare this level for sure. But in this team, what I can show that is every year they try to do 1 step more. This is very important. Also Conegliano, the stronger team, every year they think not only in the present, but they start immediately to think of the future. And every season they building better team. They try to put new players, stronger player, and this means that the manager of this team, they had the idea how to build, how to work, and this is the secret. Because for arrive in high level, you have to behind who work for the club. They have to experience people, how to organize not only the present but the future.
And what you made with Bydgoszcz that you play so good last season? Because 6th place for Bydgoszcz is very good. Like, it was surprising position, because there was some teams that was supposed to be better than finish below the Bydgoszcz. But so tell me about your job last season. What you do that this team, especially like I was amazed by Dortmund play, because she had amazing season. She was nominated from for a best foreigner player award of the season. So tell me, what was your secret?
No. Well, like I told you, the first thing you have to have the strong player. Because without strong player, you can arrive in the sixth position for sure. And then behind there is our staff job for sure. That, like I told you, I learned a lot of things from Velasco, Santarelli, simple rules. In these simple rules, no one can say nothing. I decide, and then the other situation we can speak, we can talk together. I say that for me, the volleyball it's simple. It's no sense complicate the volleyball. You have to do simple things, and all the team had to believe in our system. Can be broken defense and set out the service. If everyone know how to be stay in the court, and for me can arrive the result. But the first thing you have to have the strong player, organization, and rules. These three things. With these three things, you can have success.
And is it possible to take like the inspiration from Conegliano when you're working with Bydgoszcz? I mean, there are two different clubs. One that was winning everything, that other one that doesn't have such a great players, great budget. So what you as a coach can bring from Conegliano to Bydgoszcz?
But everything, because you can do the same things with your limits. Like example, you can building the team for the season after in January, not in May. Yes. This you can do. Conegliano work like this, and you can work with the medical staff. Okay, we can lose the time and wait 3 weeks for do one RMI, and this player stay outside the court for 1 month. You have to do after one day you have to do the RMI. And these simple things that I learned from Velasco and Conegliano, you can do the same in Bydgoszcz, or for sure with the less budget, with the less people, but you can do the same for sure with the same attitude how Santarelli spoke with the player. I can do the same. Okay, for sure, different skill, but the attitude can be the same. The attitude about my language body, how I have to speak, everything for me, we can do the same with our limit for sure. We can play faster like Włoszech, okay, but the idea how she play, we can do the same. I can use her tactic with my setter, with different speed, with different parabola, but we can do.
And after such a good season, it was easier to build a squad for a new season?
But for me, the secret is when you stay with a lot of players from the last season. This is the secret. Also, Conegliano change only 2 or 3 players, not all the players. If you every years change all the players, you have to restart. And for me, it's no sense. I learned this in particular from Conegliano, because Conegliano changed 2 players. We did good seasons, it's not sense change all the team. We change only 2 or 3 players. We stay with we start from the same level, and we tried to improve a little bit more. But for me, the secret is this. That is not important, and also it's dangerous, because if you restart with building new team, maybe you can lose some challenge, because maybe some players don't play like you expect.
But the main difference is that in Bydgoszcz, the players want to go to other clubs because they receive better offer. And in Conegliano, it's hard to receive better offer from that Conegliano.
Yes, but fortunately we had 3 or 4 players, most important player, that they live in Bydgoszcz. So it was a little bit easier than the other player, because Nowakoska, Agua, the Libero, and another one, I don't remember, but 2 or 3 players. They live in Bydgoszcz or close to Bydgoszcz. So, for sure, if I arrive, UKS offer, for sure, they change. But I think yes. But for me, also, if the players stay and we start all together from the last level, from the last season, we can improve. If you every time you restart from zero, you lost the time. But also UKS, Rzeszów, they stay with a lot of players, no? And then they change 3 or 4, not all the team, all the starting 6.
We talk about this volleyball side, but what about this life side of living in Poland? It was easy for you to adapt to Polish life, Polish culture, Polish language?
No, it was not easy. It's completely different. It's completely different in everything. The food, and then also the language. I had to learn a lot of words this season for sure, because my Polish level is 0. But this season I had to study a lot about this, and the weather is different, and also I am alone because for sure the staff have their life, and I had not friend, I had not my family. For sure I can stay with the player, so it was not easy. And but every day when I come in our hall, it's like a dream. So every day when I stayed and when I arrived in the gym, everything changed.
And what was your biggest cultural shock?
The food.
So pizza is not good in Poland? Or pasta?
No. It's different. Yeah. I can say that it's not good. I can say it's not good. It's different from my experience, from my Italian experience. It's different. I can say it's not good for sure.
You mentioned that last year you had the chance to work with Cuba national team. Tell me how this happened, because Cuba is not the national team that bringing foreigners, and especially knowing their economics, they cannot afford foreigner stuff. So tell me how this happened that you helped them during, I think, VNL. Yes.
Yes, I've been the first foreign assistant coach, and this happened because Robert Landi Simone is my friend.
Really? How you know each other?
From Italian situation, Italian volleyball, yes. And so he asked me to come in the Cuba national team because his dream was going the Olympic game. And he told me, come with me, with the staff, and all together we'll try to improve, in particular in the game playing, like tactic, the game playing before the matches. And was an amazing experience because I stayed in Havana 3 weeks for prepare the summer, and also in this situation I learned a lot of things because they don't have nothing, only one small gym, old small gym. Also the weight room was very particular, I can say nothing more, but they don't have money for nothing, but they love their t-shirt, their country. They have for sure talent. They have a big talent for sure. And what surprised me that every time they went in the practice and they smile. They smile. They enjoy during the practice. They love put their t-shirt, their country, their color of the t-shirt. They love this, and with the talent and their attitude, like Cuba attitude. Everyone know the Latina Cuba attitude. They had a lot of success in the past, for sure. Not for sure the organization, the world, the money, the structure. No, for sure.
I heard that, I don't know, last year or 2 years ago, like some of the players like collect from money from itself to like buy some training gear, training equipment.
Yeah, so for buy the ball, for buy the ball machine, for buy everything, for everything. The federation put very low money because they don't have, and for sure the who play in Italy, who play in Japan, they have very big money, so they can help. They can help the federation. They can help the other player. It's like a big family. So everyone try to help the national team for sure.
Cuba was so close to qualify for Olympics, and how hard was like for you, for Simon, for like other great players, you know, to live with the feeling that this dream was so close, but at the end so far because you didn't qualify.
Yes, only for 1 point. Only for 1 point. Only for 1 point in particular against Slovenia, if I remember good. We lost 3-2, and if we win 3-2 or 3-1, we could have the chance to go in the Olympic game. And it was not easy because, in particular for Simon, I think that was the last chance to go in the Olympic game. But they work very strong during the summer. So what you can say? Nothing. If you push during the summer and if you work all together and if you tried, you can say nothing. It's the sport. It's a sport for sure.
I was always wondering, what if like Cuba has like the best players that can have, like for example with Leon, Leal and Juan Torrena?
But this is genetic. It's genetic. It's not about other skills. Genetic. It's genetic and how they work in the gym, because they arrive from low level and they don't have money when he was young, and so they know how it's difficult to arrive in this level. So they push a lot during each practice.
Yeah, that was the point, that with better economics and with having like these great players, because we know how Leon was doing for Poland, like how Juan Terena was great for Italy, how Leal was great from Brazil. With these players and with Simon and Jan Herrera, this team could easily be one of the top one of the best in the world.
Yeah, the first thing is genetic, for sure.
And also, Vargas, we have also in women team. Vargas, also amazing player, but she plays for Turkey, not for Cuba.
Yes. Also now in the World Championship with the Slovakian national team, we play against Cuba national team.
And how is like it to work in Slovakia national team?
Yes, it's my first experience here with this national team, and everything is new. Like when I arrived in Poland, the language, the food, the name of the player, name of the staff is difficult about this. But about the volleyball, we have a good team. A lot of players play in a good level. And now we start the next week with the Golden League. We have won the first tournament in Greece, and then one here in Bratislava at home, and then the last tournament we had in Poland. We arrived in
Radom.
Yes, and then we have 10-day a short break. And then we restart in the half July for prepare the World Championship. Yes.
And coming to the end, what are your goals as a coach? Where do you see yourself in next 5-10 years? Does like the Serie A going back to Serie A, coaching to Serie A is like your goal?
Yes, for sure. But I am young. I don't want go fast. I want do step by step because for sure, for me, is the best solution for arrive ready. When we arrive, I hope that we arrive one good opportunity can be in Poland or in Italy, it doesn't matter. But my goal is do one step by step because I am young. I have to learn a lot of things. And for sure, like I told you, my goals for my career, my job is stay in the highest level I can, where I can stay. And doesn't matter Italy or Poland, Turkey, that doesn't matter. But the first thing is arrive in this kind of opportunity with experience, step by step. Next year we stay in Bydgoszcz. I had to work and work better than the last season. And I think that also this Slovakia experience can improve me a lot. And I will try to bring this experience for improve my team next season for sure.
And what are your goals about the next season with Bydgoszcz? What you expecting? What the president expecting from you?
But the first things that will be not easy for me is confirm the sixth place. And this will be not easy for me. So the first target is try to confirm the sixth place. And then if we arrive for sure 5 or 4, we'll be happy. But for sure the first 2 will be very difficult. First 3, I can say, sorry. I can say first 3 or first 4. But after this 14, for me, everything can happen. From 5 position until the last one can happen everything. So will be hard and will be not easy. So we had to work hard like last season. And I think that with this new 2 player, we can do this.
At the end, because every guest in my podcast has to pick their dream team, but only from the players that they work with.
Sorry?
I would like to hear your dream team from the players you work with. But I know it's easy to put all the names from Coneriano and just pick a dream team because it was a dream team. But generally, from your experience, could you pick your dream team of the players you work with as a coach or as an assistant coach? So we start with the setter.
I can do this. I can do this because I work with a lot of players. I can do this.
You can skip Bydgoszcz players because I know it's hard to talk about the players that you work with right now. But from the past, you had some such amazing players in Castelmaggiore, in Busto, in Coneriano. So as setter, I assume Asia Wołosz or somebody else.
But sorry, with the Conegliano, we won everything. How I can change some player?
So maybe based on sympathy.
But no, I can say this because for sure in Conegliano, in each position, we had the best player in the world. So I can change no one player. But for sure also in Casalmaggiore, for this level, I work with experienced player because I had Marta Bekis.
Yes.
She played 20 years in A1 in Italy. Paulina Raimova, that now she won the Brazilian Liga, I think, and she played a lot of season in Italy and also outside the country, but she's very, very strong opposite. And then in 4, I had Yana Sherba, Russia player. Now she's 36, so she's in the end of the career, but she played in the Russian national team. And in 4, with her, we won a lot of matches in Casalmaggiore. So for sure, Sherban, Marta Bekis, and Raimova, I can put in the bench in the Conegliano team.
Yeah, because usually I ask the coaches to pick their dream team, and they picking from the different teams throughout the whole career. And for you it's easy just to put like all the squads from the Conegliano, and that's it. That's the dream team,
Yes, I can put someone on the bench.
Okay, so apart of staying healthy, what I can wish to you?
Sorry?
Apart of staying healthy, what I can wish to you? Can I wish you the luck, the success with the team? What I can wish to you?
That the first things, I think that we will play without injuries next season.
Okay,
this is the most important thing for my team and also for the other team, because every time it's not good. Had some injuries player, and it's not easy for the player, for the club, for the team. So for me, the first thing is this: that everyone play without injuries.
Okay, so I wish you this, and once again, grazie mille, coach, for joining my podcast.
Grazie.
It was it was a great pleasure to hear your stories, to hear your thoughts about your coaching philosophy, and just as you said, I wish you all the best with team, that you will stay healthy, and nothing but all the best for you.
Thank you very much for this time, and we hope that we see each other in some matches this season.